What if the secret to building something sustainable is doing less than you think? Hey, glad you're back. Over the last 5 videos, we have talked about how I found digital products after a health scare and a retirement wake-up call, how to create something simple that people can actually buy, how to get your first sale without a big audience, the biggest passive income mistake I made early on, and 5 simple digital product ideas you can start this weekend. Today, I want to talk about something a little more personal because knowing what to do is one thing. Actually, keeping going when life gets hard, when progress feels slow, and when you start wondering if you are too late or too old or just not technical enough, that is a completely different challenge. And I want to be honest with you about that today because I have been there more than once. So before we get into it, have you ever started something with real intention and then slowly felt the energy drain out of it? Not because you stopped caring, just because it got heavy. Drop that in the comments because I think more people watching this have felt that than would ever admit it. Here is what happened to me. When I first started trying to figure out this whole online income thing, I did what most beginners do. I tried to learn everything at once. Every new AI tool that came out, I tried it. Every new platform I signed up, every strategy someone said was working, I chased it. Every bigger creator I watched made me feel like I was already behind before I had even properly started. And on top of all of that, I was still dealing with my health situation, still processing what had changed in my life, still trying to figure out what work was even supposed to look like for me now. There were moments where I genuinely wondered if I was too late, too old, too far behind, too everything. And I want to say something directly to anyone watching this who has felt that way. You are not too late. You are not too old. And the fact that you are still here, still watching, still looking for a way forward that already puts you ahead of most people who give up before they even start. So what actually helped me, the honest answer is simple. I stopped trying to do everything and started focusing on one thing at a time. One idea, one simple product, one piece of content, one clear message. That is it. That is the whole shift. And I know that sounds almost too simple, but here is what I discovered when I finally stopped chasing and started focusing. Progress started happening, not fast, not dramatically, just steadily, quietly, one small step at a time. And here is the thing nobody tells you about slow, steady progress. It compounds. The content you create this week keeps working next month. The trust you build with one honest video carries over to the next one. The small audience you grow slowly is far more valuable than a big audience you attract with hype and lose when the hype fades. Slow and steady does not just win the race. For people like us, people in our 50s who are rebuilding, who are dealing with health and energy and life, slow and steady might be the only pace that actually works long term. And that is okay. That is more than okay. Let me talk about burnout for a second because I think it is worth being clear about what actually causes it. Burnout does not usually come from working too hard on the right thing. It comes from working too hard on too many things at once. It comes from trying to keep up with people who are in a completely different situation than you are. It comes from measuring your beginning against someone else's middle. I had to stop comparing my chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. And when I did that, when I gave myself permission to build this at my own pace in a way that fits my life and my health and my energy, everything got lighter. Not easier necessarily, but lighter. So here is what I want to suggest for anyone who is feeling overwhelmed right now. Pick one thing, just one, not 5 strategies, not 3 platforms, not a whole content calendar, just one thing that moves you forward this week. For some of you, that might be writing down the problem your first product will solve. For others, it might be creating one simple piece of content. For others, it might just be finishing this video series and deciding you are ready to start. Whatever that one thing is, do that. Just that. And then come back next week and do the next one thing. That is how this gets built. Not in a dramatic sprint, in small, honest steps, repeated over time by someone who cares enough to keep going. And here is what keeps me going on the hard days. I started this because I needed a way to earn income that fit my life, not the life I used to have, but the life I actually have now. Slower, more careful, built around my health and my energy and what actually matters to me at this stage. And somewhere along the way, I realized that building this channel and these products was not just about the income. It was about proving to myself and maybe to you that starting over in your 50S is not a setback. It is actually one of the most powerful things you can do because you are not starting from nothing. You are starting from experience, from perspective, from a level of self-awareness that most 25-year-olds building online businesses simply do not have yet. That is your advantage. Own it. If I can keep building this after everything I went through, so can you. So here is your takeaway from today. When it feels like too much, and it will feel like too much, sometimes come back to one thing, one simple step, one honest piece of content, one small product that solves one real problem. That is enough. That is more than enough. And if you want to see the kind of simple, honest digital product I have been learning and building around these ideas, I have left the link in the description below. No pressure. Just go have a look when you are ready. Next video, I want to talk about something practical, how to start growing your audience without paid ads, without going viral, and without posting every single day. Just the simple, honest approach that actually works for people like us. If this video helped you today, or if it just made you feel a little less alone in this, hit that subscribe button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need to hear this.